Hello everyone, Steven here. Welcome to part 4 of my design process series. So in part 3 we've took our floor plan and started create some volume in SketchUp to see how our design was relating to the site. So that's what we got so far. Now what I like to do is to maybe start to add the staircase to see if it actually fits. On our design we were having the staircase in this corner, so we'll go ahead and do that. To create the staircase I'm actually using a plugin. I think this one is extension, this one here, 1001 Bit Tools. That's a free plugin that you can get from the extension warehouse. So we're gonna use this one and we're gonna make the flight width, let's say 1.5, being really generous. Riser height 0.2, thread depth maybe not that long, maybe 0.3. I mean, those values might actually change later on when we finalize the sizings of the rooms, but right now we just want to see if the circulation is going to work. And number of risers, 10. So that's E, that's F. I think the one below will need to be a bit longer. So maybe 15 and 10 should be fine. Build staircase. Let's see. Yep. So okay, so now we got our staircase. From our floor plan, so you get inside the lobby, then get here, then you have a corridor, then you get your staircase, and it's actually in line with the house. So you take this, and maybe we'll do, actually we'll just delete that, and like we said earlier, I think it's better to work on this model here because it has the original axis. So we're just gonna redo that. Take the staircase. Usually it kept the same properties, so just build it again. And now we're just gonna drag it down so it's on the same level as the entry. And we can pull it inside. So as you can see here, it's actually, yeah, it's about right. So maybe we just need to push this volume along, or this needs to be pushed out. So maybe we can just extend the lobby a bit. Maybe like that. So we'll just take that volume here and just extend it to here. And actually what I think we could do, because now we can see the staircase here. Oh, let's go back to our plans. So here actually I had like some type of storage room. And because let's just, for example, just take it here. So it's adding this part here to reach that level. Because I mean, what if we make those two actually align, so you don't have that, you would have less steps accessing this floor. Or maybe we can just have this is going right here, because this area could actually be like the path. So if we take that volume here and just make it a bit smaller, so we'll go right here, and then you have a walkway and then access the bathrooms. Yeah, good work. I guess we just need to move that post. And I guess this lobby will need to be smaller as well. And one thing we can do to check the floor plan at this stage is using section tools. So let's go into that component. Oh, I think also make sure that the stairs are inside the house component. So now just press Ctrl X to cut the element, go inside the component and edit, paste in place. So now if you go back to our view here, you can see the staircase here. One thing I realized, every time I just go back and forth between the two, so to go a bit faster, what we can do is to create a scene. So let's go create a scene here, and we'll just create that, move that down, maybe house in context, and we're gonna make another view in here, and we're gonna call that let's say working model. So now it's just easier to go back and forth. I don't really need to scroll up and down, but as you can see, the staircase actually work. And maybe you can just push this thing along. Here. So maybe I'll have to add an extra step, so it'll be 16 steps. And let's just check quickly. What's the clearance? 1.4, as you can see, it's a bit too low. So maybe this needs to be pushed back. Maybe 2 meters, or maybe let's push it back maybe 1.5 and see how it works at the top. Yeah, because we just want to make sure that we get the clearance, maybe at least like 2 meters. So now if we check it now, 2.2, so that's fine. I guess this one will need to be increased. So what we could do is make this one longer. So it's going to be, we increase by 1.5, and maybe this one we just gonna pull it back as well. Oops, like so. Okay, that's good. Maybe we'll just tweak it a bit of the staircase here. We can just close that off and extrude it. Just hit it. We can do the same for the bottom. Make sure that's reverse. And we're just gonna pull it all the way. So that's like a path to go to our bedrooms. Maybe we don't need this one. And as you can see, actually here I would need to have some post to support my office, or I'll just have to make this volume bigger. Maybe I'll just push that along 1 meter like that. Yep, that's great. So now we got our staircase for here, and now we could add a staircase going from the parking pad to the entry. And for that there's a similar tool like the straight staircase here. I think the gap between the two car park was 2 meters. Just gonna type 2. Razor height, maybe we can keep the same, but I'd like to make sure that the depth is a bit bigger. 4.5 should be okay. And click. So usually the first point that you click will be the bottom of the stairs, and then the other one will be the direction where it goes up. So I have this. Control. I'm gonna paste into the component. I have a setup as a shortcut, but paste in place. And I'll go back to my working model so it'll be easier to drag it down. And maybe I'll just pull it until here. Housing context. As you can see on here, it's a bit too low. So I'm just gonna pull it up and maybe move it. Let's say 1 meter. So 1 meter, it's around here. See, it's a bit too high. So we could either try to increase the angle. I mean yeah. Let's try to tweak the properties. Maybe we change the thread depth to 0.4 and make another staircase. See if it's a bit better. And let's delete that. Okay, I'm just trying to be as close as possible to the ground. So if it doesn't work, let's go. Maybe it's a bit too high this way. I'm gonna drop it down again, maybe 0.5. So what we could do is just lift the whole house. So this is in line with this. So I'm gonna take and go back to my working model and go inside select everything, then deselect the staircase, take the bottom of that volume and lift it up. Go back to the housing context. Voila. This just means that the house is a bit higher. I think we could also try to decrease or maybe keep it the same angle as this one. Let's try that. Maybe the staircase will look a bit better, but we might have to change some of the values here. Let's see. So we're gonna take this one and build staircase. Oh yeah, it was set to 2 meters. Delete that again and do 1.5 build staircase. Drag it down. Sometimes I press K so it reveals the hidden line and it's easier to snap to some of the corners. And make sure that it's a line here. So now we can delete this. Oops, I wasn't in the component. Copy, paste it inside, and so now as you can see, I actually don't want to extend it a bit further, so what we can do is just shift things along. So we can go back inside, select everything except this, and this. Actually, I want to maybe remove that from the group. Remove the car park from the groups. And reselect everything except this. And move it so that this is here. And then I guess the lobby will be bigger. Pull that along here. And this is it as well. So actually here I've pulled the bedroom bigger. Or maybe I don't pull the bedroom bigger. Maybe I can just push this one in so it's in line with the wall. Let's just check the height. 1.6. And let's see if I were to lift that up so it's in line. Oh, but then here I would need extra steps to go up. Oh, but anyway, because I would need extra steps to get to that level as well. So maybe it's actually better to keep it this way. Oops. maybe I can have the lobby actually lined up. I can just pull it down. And or maybe actually everything could be in line. I'll just solve a lot of problems. Let's see why I didn't do that in the first place. Maybe I can push that along. And okay, I mean that's the staircase that we got so far. If we because we made this room a bigger, maybe we can just, so here you get the bathroom. So maybe this could be actually an extra room. The one upstairs. Maybe we can have something extra. Like a office space. And I guess everything will be pulled this way. Or what if we just shift things along? Oops. I just have to reduce the number of steps here. Oh, but here's the problem. This is not in line here, and then yeah, I'm gonna touch the. So actually, this should be kept at that level. Yeah, it's getting really hard to manage a different level now. Pull that here. And let's push that back where it was. There's a lot of back and forth going on. Oh, actually, maybe what we could do is just, because right now it doesn't align, but this is the living room area and dining, so maybe this area can have a higher ceiling height. So this is gonna be pushed up to here, and maybe not that high. Yeah, and this as well. And this is going to be bigger. So instead of 2.5, we're gonna get 3.2. Quite generous. And maybe the upstairs we need to drop it down so it's lined up, so I don't have to add an extra staircase up there. And oops, we need to lift that back up. 0.5. And maybe just translate it along. Yeah. Okay, that could actually work. Oh, here's the problem. It's just that the staircase here, I need to go one step down. Or maybe our entry could be, maybe we can lower the ceiling here. Yeah, let's try that. We're just gonna lower the ceiling to, so it's gonna be 2 meter high ceiling. Yeah, maybe not, huh? Maybe just put it back 2.4. Because I mean, that's the entry lobby. I would like to be like a transition space where it's maybe darker, and then as soon as there's progress inside, they get all the lights that coming from the north. Oh yeah, as you can see, we still have that issue. So maybe, because the thing is that I'm trying to keep the same angle just to be more consistent, but then it actually creates some issues for me. So this is fine. Maybe I'll just need another steps. So I think maybe 12. So we delete this one. Gonna have 12. And just put it back into place. So now it should be okay. It's just now I need to think about how the connection's gonna be here. And so maybe, what if this is pushed a little bit along? Or we could just reduce the thread length, maybe to 0.35. Just gonna put it back on here. How much clearance do we get? 1.9. Okay, maybe it's not enough. I'm gonna reduce that to 0.2. And now we should be okay. Two on one. So I guess we'll keep with that. And maybe it's not so much of an issue here. Or if we want to be consistent, maybe we can do 2 instead of 1. So we had 15. So maybe we're just gonna do 7, or maybe let's say 6. 6, and it's gonna be 2 meters. And what we can do is to create 2 of them. Oops. Let's drop it down, lift it up. 5, and make a copy. So maybe we have a staircase like this. Make a group of all the staircase and lift them up a bit. Or maybe we lift the whole thing up, so this is in line. Press K to make it transparent so it's easier to snap to the staircase. And we can just drop the parking pads. And make sure it's inside the boundary. Like that. And we're gonna do the same for him. Here, and make sure it's reduced so that it's inside. Maybe 1.5 so we can fit 1 car there. And maybe move it along. And move it along 1.5. And we can drop it again, so it's in line with the landing. Like that. So I guess you'll have some type of ramp, and then you can park here. And maybe we can just extrude them. Do the same here. So maybe here we'll have some type of retaining wall, so it can carry the pads. Cool. So actually now it doesn't really have the effect that I wanted to. At the beginning was to have like a stepping. We could always try to achieve it by maybe moving this down. So instead of having 2 bedrooms at the top, you will have 1 and the other 2 at the bottom. That could work as well. So maybe that could be actually nice. Like I could have 1 bedroom here, then a path, like there'll be the master bedroom, and you get bathroom here, then the office is gonna be on top. The office is gonna be like a mezzanine type that's gonna be connected to the main living room, and at the bottom you can have a 2 bedroom side by side. And maybe the bedroom, yeah, let's try that. So I'm just gonna delete those 2 volumes. Maybe shift it down, pull these two back up, and extend this one. So it's just underneath that, and then you can put that on. So this now is turning into an enclosed deck, and maybe we can just make everything lined up. So the only stepping that you'll have will be here. So that will really mark the transitions between the semi-private to the private. And by maybe having the mezzanine here, it will connect the two. So maybe like a, yeah, well, I think that look great. So maybe let's just take this one, make a copy, resize it, and pull it back. Let's say 4 meters. I think that's enough for office space area. Oh, but for now it's not. That's not gonna be the mezzanine effect. Actually, what I've did now is just we went back to the same shape that we have. I've just moved the 2 bedrooms from the top at the bottom. I guess it's okay. Just trying out new layout, I guess. Yep, maybe we'll just stick with that. I like it. Maybe we can just make this a bit smaller. I'll just shift them along. So that's what we're gonna end up with, kind of. Gonna add one here, put that back. So maybe that's where the living area is gonna be for the children. Maybe that's like a playground. Yeah. And maybe those two can actually be linked. Because maybe right now we can just still shift stuff around. Right now I got my dining here and my kitchen. Maybe the living can actually be here and the dining here, so that this living room can be connected, can be turned into like a mezzanine, and then could access the one below as well. Oh well, we'll see what we get. So here we'll have a green roof, and then maybe we can have some staircase coming from here. So maybe here that's gonna be a closed area. You might have some type of glazing. Then you'll have a door coming from the side. So maybe here, that's maybe an area where you can have some, like an outdoor shower to clean yourself. Like if you were going down in the forest, come back here, get rinsed before you go back up. Cool, I like it. So I guess in the next part I'm gonna get some floor plans from this model that we can go back into Photoshop and start sketching some new ideas and start to finalize the concept. Cool, thank you.